Electricity Maine will be giving refunds for what the Office of the Public Advocate calls unfair billing practices. Around 20,000 customers will be receiving refunds of up to 3 months of prior charges. The settlement caps off an investigation into the company's billing after Electricity Maine switched to variable rate contracts without their consent. The OPA says they received more than 125 complaints in the span of 4 months between 2022 and 2023. In the OPA's complaint to the PUC, they said Electricity Maine was charging some customers a rate more than double the standard offer rate without notifying them of the rate increase. As part of the settlement, Electricity Maine will pay a penalty of $315,000.